For yet another month, official interest rates are staying at a record 2.5%, low 2.5%. The Reserve Bank's latest decision was widely expected, but who at the start of the year would have tipped so low for so long? All this week, we're going back to our team of experts to test the predictions they gave us in January.
I thought that the Reserve Bank would be anxious to get the cash rate up off the floor, away from its record low, and I thought they'd be raising it, but after the unemployment rate had peaked. And the surprise, I guess, for me this year is that the unemployment rate has not yet absolutely clearly peaked. So there has been no cash rate rise.
At the start of the year, we thought the cash rate would end this year at 2.75% because we thought the RBA would start lifting rates towards the end of this year. As the year progressed, it became quite evident that the recovery was remaining quite patchy and activity in the non-mining part of the economy, while improving, wasn't improving enough. Because the recovery does look like it will stay patchy for longer, it does look like rates will be on hold for longer, and we did change our view towards the middle of this year to not expect a rate rise until the middle of next year at the earliest.
So at the beginning of the year, we thought the cash rate would be at 2.5% at this point. We expected the RBA to keep rates on hold during the year in an attempt to provide continued stimulus to the economy. We believed the RBA would hold the interest rates at 2.5% in order to address the weakness in consumer and business sentiment and to stop the climb in unemployment. We also suggested that the RBA would be reluctant to cut rates any further and thereby stimulate an already overheated housing market.
At the start of the year, I predicted the cash rate would remain unchanged at 2.5%, and that's how it's turned out. The reason for this, pretty much as I expected, was that the economy's gone along. It's grown pretty steadily throughout the year. Unemployment hasn't really changed much. Inflation's under control. The central bank might have wanted to reduce interest rates more to support the dollar, or at least to cause the dollar to depreciate. But at the same time, the housing market has been growing very strongly, at least in the capital cities. So they haven't really had much room to move, and really no reason to change interest rates during the year, and that's pretty much what I expected.
That was the reckoning on rates applying normal economic thinking, but we also turned to the paranormal for guidance this year.
Well, at the beginning of 2014, I did feel that interest rates would be cut by the bank. Now I'm feeling that the pressure would be on the bank to do exactly that due to the rise in unemployment, mining, consumer confidence has dwindled. I do see that the pressure is on. I do think my prediction is right. It just hasn't happened yet.
Again, the boys from Punchbowl High are punching above their weight. Their prediction was spot on. And Dr. Mark Milatos from the University of Sydney was the only other panellist to hit the mark.